G'day everyone, welcome to today's episode of All the Bricks. Today we continue our look at the Mega CONSTRUX Master of the Universe line with the Battle Ram. Let's get into it. Okay, so having a look over the packaging, you see very reminiscent of early artwork from Masters. You've got a nice picture on the front showing the Battle Ram with the two figures included being Mekaneck and Tri-clops in the 8 Plus Pro Builder Series, 188 pieces. This is only a smaller set. And on the first side, you have a picture of Tri-clops. The back, yet another awesome looking picture. And then on the other side, Mekaneck. Alright, I'll get this open and built and we'll have a look at it. Okay, and here's everything built up. We'll start off looking at the minifigures and we'll get to the Battle Ram at the end. So starting off here with Tri-clops. This is one of the few original figures that I never had. Just happened to get him. Always enjoyed the character on the show and in the mini comics and that. With his changeable eyes. But just one that I never had until now. I've got him in this form. So just as posable as all the rest. The colours look great. Really reminiscent of that early figure. So yeah, not much else to say about him. He just looks awesome. And really glad to have him in the collection. Alright, next one, Mekaneck. This is one I did have. It was one of my favourites. I really liked the action feature of being able to have his neck go up and down. So he comes with the same mace as what the original toy did. Of course, he doesn't have the action feature, which in the original one you twisted his waist and his neck went up. But in this one, what they do is they give you some extensions. As these are, oops. It's one interesting thing. On another review, they couldn't get this head off. They weren't sure if it come off. This one must need a touch of glue because it normally comes off easier from that bit. So anyway, you get the neck extensions. They just pop on there. Pop that back on. And now you have Mekaneck with the extended neck. And if you've got a few more of these, you could just keep on extending, like some of the cartoons showed, which that'd actually be a really cool thing to do because even though the original feature of the twist and his neck went up was cool, the way that it extended in the different shows and that made you sort of go, oh, wow. That'd be really useful for him to be able to stretch that far. But, yeah, you'd be able to do it with this, so that's pretty cool. Alright, that's the figures. On the Battle Ram. And this is such a good representation of the original toy. There's only a few studs here and there that are visible. Everything's pretty much the right scale, the right look. The figure can easily sit on there and hold the controls, just like the original. It does disconnect. It's got a little clip in there. And then you have your separate sky sled part. Still waiting for Mega to release the war sled. Come on, Mega, what are you doing? I want to get a few of these and have an army of sky sleds versus an army of war sleds. So, as I said, very accurate. I'll get a figure on here and show you what it looks like. Actually, we'll leave Mekaneck for the second. We'll bring in He-Man. Get him set up on there. So give me a minute because this bit can be tricky. It's often easiest to take this actually off. Clip the hands on. Get all that leveled up. And then you can just sit that on there, secure it, and sort of get it at the right angle, but there he goes, riding the sky sled. Sort of hangs off the end. It's a bit of a shame. I did play around a little bit with putting extra I'm thinking about putting an extra stud sort of thing on here and then another curved piece, but that'd mean not having this bit together. You'd use a few of these bits to extend it. But very good representation, as I said, of the actual Sky Sled. And the other little benefit, I can remember how this comes off. What you do get, the other head. This focuses. That's right, straight up. Yes, the only thing with this set is that lots of little bits of this top bit all want to come off when you touch anything. So I can understand why people have wanted to or have glued these things together just so they can not worry about the thing falling apart all the time. As soon as you try and get that down, that wants to fall off. Yeah, so it is a touchy set. Once you got it all hooked up and in the right spot, it's totally fine. So yeah, you've got the option of the different heads, and then of course you can just click back on and then all work as one unit. It does have the firing missile, which, well, actually has a lot of force to it, and that one's gone on the floor somewhere, so thankfully there's two more there, but I'll find it. It's red. It's not too hard to find. So yeah, especially with the rest of Castle Grayskull and the Wind Raider, really completes off that first wave of sets. As I think I've mentioned before in a video that the Wind Raider, the Battle Ram, and Castle Grayskull were the first three vehicles, accessories, playsets sort of thing released in the line of the original one. And I had got Grayskull, but I never had the Wind Raider or Battle Ram. As I mentioned before, I wasn't a fan of flying things, so I didn't really care about the Wind Raider. And the Battle Ram, I only seen a few times, and then it was sort of like, and then there was like the Attack Track and Roton and other ones that I much preferred. So I just never ended up getting one. Now I've got one in this scale. So that's a look at the Battle Ram set. Very glad to have this, as well as especially Mekaneck and Tri-clops. Classic characters I think everyone should have in their collection. And yeah, that's it for this review. Hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas. I don't know when I'll be posting up the next one, but you'll know when I do if you're subscribed. So remember to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.